Okay. Hey Rahul, nice to see you. Great. Okay. Just beginning. Yes, we are live. So hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining in. And people who are watching it on YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, or any of our social channels, you can see that the link to the Zoom session is in the description. Yeah, it's also on the Zoom chat, right? So you can go ahead, click on the Zoom chat, and join in on the Zoom, right? Thank you so much, Yuvraj, whoever joined in. Great, amazing. Okay, hey, Yuvraj. Hi, let's begin. Okay, so we're going to begin with the same exercise, right? We are going to do the 5 minute exercise of the whole open up no technique, right? So, hello everyone, welcome to this session today on learning Python in 7 days. This is like a 7 day challenge to see if you would be consistently continuing for all these 7 days, right? It's a very special day because in the next half an hour, we are going to create confidence in many people to be ready and become better programmers and data science professionals, right? So, how many of you are super excited for today's session? Type Y in the chat box. Y for yes in the chat box. Hey, Nivitra. I think that is easy. Yes. Thank you, Shivanshu. Thanks, Rajesh. People who are joining us on Zoom, on YouTube, you can join in on our Zoom by clicking on the link in the chat. Now it is pinned on Zoom. You can see that there is the blue bar on the chat. Click there and join on the Zoom, right? Okay, so we are going to begin. So we'll first begin with our exercise. Okay, so how many of you here are from non-coding background? Type N in the chat box. Hey Rajesh. Hey Rahul. Hey Sham. Hey Sampath. Hey Shivanshu. No worries. So we have made the program in a way that we can, hey Rahul, even people who are beginning can learn from the basics, right? So Yuvraj, I hope that answers your question, right? We'll get there. Amazing. Yes, Yuvraj says yes. Let's go for this. Okay, let me know if you are able to see the white screen. And let me know if my voice is also audible. Okay. So I would request everyone to put your hand on your heart. I'll be taking my name. This is the Ho'oponopono technique. It is a Hawaiian technique known for clearing negativity and self-doubt. It has helped many of our community members. We have over 1,000 people in our community, right? So I'm going to say Sachi, and you will be taking your own name. We are going to talk to ourselves. You're going to talk to your beautiful spirit, your energy. Okay, so hands on your heart. I'm really sorry for not taking care of you, Sachi. I'm really sorry for not taking care of you, Sachi. I'm so sorry for disconnecting with you. I'm so sorry for leaving you all alone. I am the one who judges you so much. I am the one who criticizes you so much. Please forgive me for underestimating you, dear Sachi. Please forgive me for not believing in you. Thank you so much, dear Sachi, for keeping me alive and letting me have this beautiful experience of life. Thank you so much. From now on, it doesn't matter who doesn't love you. It doesn't matter who doesn't appreciate you. Because I promise you, dear Sachi, from now on, I love you. I am here and I would never let you go again. Put your arms across your shoulders. Give yourself a warm hug, not a casual one. Give yourself a warm hug. Open your eyes. While opening your eyes, rub your hands to your face. Take a deep breath. That's great. So give me just one word. What was your experience of this Vivo open technique? Right? Just one word. Okay, Rajiv. Relaxing. Calm, peaceful. In clouds. Peaceful. That's great. That's great. Okay. Amazing. You want to, okay, Rajiv says peaceful. Yeah. Great. So we'll start with our exercise. Okay. So let me share the assignment link for today here in chat on Zoom first. Okay. Hope everybody is able to see, and people who are on YouTube. Hey, good evening, everyone. Yes, so I fixed the link here. So we have 13 people you can join on the Zoom link. Okay, great. Amazing. Okay, let me share my screen. So let me know if you're able to see my screen. Okay. I've been with AdBooks if my screen is visible. Great. Okay. Great. So let's begin. So now if you see, we are going to learn by exercise. We're not just going to first get onto the concept itself. We're going to learn by exercise, right? So if there's anywhere you have any query, just let me know. Okay. So how many of you are running parallelly while you are learning, right? Type R in the chat box. Thank you, Shivani. Thank you, Rajesh. A lot of R's. That's really nice. Okay, so you must rename. Okay, now what we are doing here is, yesterday we learned about variable. Now the exercise here is, on a coin toss, if it's heads, India is going to bat. If it's tails, Australia is going to bat. Okay, so now we are going to give the Python program a little ability to think. Okay, so now what we are going here, first we have created a variable called toss, and we have defined it to heads. Okay, now what we have done, now toss has the string heads. Okay, so now we are using something called an if condition. So how this works is, we write the word if and then toss the variable equal to heads. Now this is called the condition, right? So I'm commenting condition is going to be here, and if it is true, then there is a semicolon here. If it is true, the next line will get printed. Now it is going to print India's batting. Okay, first let us try to print this. Okay, I'm going to run this. So now it is printed India's batting. Why it is India's batting? Because toss is heads, right? So what happens if I put it as tails? Now it will come here if toss is equal to heads. Now toss is tails. Now tails is not equal to heads, right? So it is not going to print this. Now you might have to note this very simple point. When we are defining, so this is called definition. Okay. Okay, so we are defining it here. Now what we are doing here we are doing a condition check. Okay, so here what is going to happen? Here we are going to use double equals, right? So it is going to check if it is true or false, right? Equal to is used for defining variables, and double equals to is used for doing a condition check. Okay, so how many of you understood till now? Type U in chat box. Okay, let me see all the participants. Yes, Yuvraj. Yes, Rajendran. Yes, Rajiv. Okay. Thanks, Rahul. Thanks, Sham. Thanks, Shivani. That's great. Now, it has not printed anything yet the second time. So now what I'm doing, though it is tails, I'm going to say here, print the balance of the statement, which is else. So what happens here is, if it is false, it is going to go to the else condition. So here you do not have to write any specific condition like this. It is automatically going to the else portion. So now this block of code will run and it will print Australia's battle, right? Now because it is traits. Now Australia's battle. So whenever it's heads, India is going to bat. Whenever it is tails, Australia is going to bat. Okay. So how many of you understood till now the if and else portion of it? Type U in the chat box. People who are watching us on YouTube, LinkedIn, yeah, you can directly join on the Zoom link in the chat, right? Thank you so much. Thanks, Rajiv. Thanks, Rajendran. Thanks, Yuvraj. That's great. Okay. Now, what we have, this is the exercise one. Okay. So you progressed. Yes, Rajesh, we'll come back to that again. Okay. So now how this goes is, this is the variable definition. Okay. So here we are going to save whatever string in this variable called toss. Okay. And this is called a conditional. Now, if condition is going to check if the toss is head. If it is heads, it is going to print the next statement below it. Okay. So if it is not, it will go into the else portion and print the next statement below it. Okay. So one another thing that you have to do is indenting. Now, what is indenting? You have a space or a tab from the beginning. Like for example, if I'm going to have this print statement directly immediately in the same line of if, it will give me an error. Okay. Why? Because it is not spaced properly, which is called indentation. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give a space here. When you give a space, it is called indentation. And we tell Python that the block which is below if and which is inside if is the thing that you have to run when it is true. So whenever this is true, whatever it is indented is going to run. So how many of you understood this particular indentation portion, right? You have to give a little space for your, yes, Rajesh has understood. That's great. Okay. Now let's go ahead. Thank you, Pushpraj. Nice to see you today. Okay. Now we are giving this ability for the program to think. Now let's give the logic of traffic signals, right? Okay. Let's go ahead. I'm going to take my second exercise. Do remember to take a screenshot because yesterday many of you submitted on WhatsApp your assignments, right? So now today even you can run and submit. Many of you have done it on mobile also. If you have a desktop or a laptop, go ahead and do it on that, right? So do submit on the group, and like yesterday, if somebody is facing a challenge, if you have done it, go ahead and help them, right? Now we are going to remove it. Okay, so now what we have done, we have created a new variable and given it the value of green. Okay, so now signal is green. Now what we have done, if signal equal to means here we are checking. So it will have double equal to. Okay, so now if signal equal to green, then print go. Okay, so if I print it right now, it's going to print go here, right? So you've seen it has printed go. Okay, now what happens if the signal is yellow. Okay. What will happen? Yes, nothing will happen because there is no else statement, right? That is correct. So if I run it, it is checking, yes, signal is not green, but we are not told what to do when it is not green. Rajesh says, yes. Yeah, you can do that, Rajesh. Right? So we'll cover that in the coming sessions. Now, what we are going to see now is there is something called, like, for example, else if. Okay. Do not write else if. Okay. So if it is not green, else if it is yellow, we are going to check if it is yellow and then print. But we are not going to write else if. It is, we have a shorthand in Python which is called elif, right? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this condition as a signal equal to yellow. And you have to have this semicolon because that will complete the condition check, right? So now I'm going to enter and I'm going to say print parentheses, this brackets, and say get ready. Okay. Let's say get ready or stay. Okay. Now when it is yellow, if I run it, it's going to say get ready, or it's going to say stay. Okay. It's going to say that. Okay. Now what do we want? If the signal is red, we want it to say stop. So what we do here, we say else. We don't have to write any condition. We don't have to say if signal equal to red. If it is not green, if it's not yellow, print this. Okay. We are going to say stop. Okay. Now, if I'm going to say red and run it, it's going to say stop. Right. So how many of you have, understood this? Type viewing the chat box. The if statement, the elif statement, and the else statement. So if does the first check, and if it is true, it will print whatever is below in the block. If not, there is else if, which is elif. It is going to check again. And if it is also not true, then it will go to the else portion. Yes, Neha, that's right. Thank you so much for getting. And remember to take a screenshot and do it by yourself. Yes, Rajiv, that's a great. Okay. So this is the second exercise. Now we have understood the else if and the else portion also. Okay. So now you are able to let your program decide something based upon conditionals. So this is the concept of conditionals. Okay. Great. So now we are coming to the third exercise. Okay. So how many of you are running parallelly along with learning, right? Type R in the chat box. Okay. That's great. Yes, Rajiv. Okay. Thanks, Shivani. Thanks, Ike. Yeah, so Rajendran asks, is it necessary to end with else? Can we end with elif? Okay, so you can end, but it will only check the second condition. What happens if both of them are false? That is not mentioned. So if your condition fulfills in first or second case, it will run those cases, but will not know what to do when it is not. Right. So that is where else comes in. Yes, but you can safely have a code without else as well. Okay. Great. So now what we are going to do in the third exercise, we are going to make an exam score, a very small one. Okay. So I'm copying the whole exercise here. People have taken screenshot, I guess. Okay. So people, you can directly put the screenshot on the group as an assignment and help others as well. Okay. So now what we are trying to do here is, if the score of a child is 90 or higher, we should print an A. Okay. So yeah, so remember, okay, we are going to say print instead of return. We are going to learn about return tomorrow. Okay. So we're going to say print A. We're going to say print B, print F. Okay. So what is going to happen? There will be an if statement, there will be an elif statement, then there will be an else statement. But what we have to write here, okay, so if you are along with me, you can just tell me. So what do we write here? 90 or higher, the person should get an A. Okay. So let's just say first we'll define a variable called score. Okay, we have defined a variable called score and given it a value, let's just say 91. Okay. Now what we're going to do, if score is greater than or equal to 90. Now this is where we need to understand. So now greater than or equal to is written like this. So what we are asking, if it is 90 or higher, it should print A. Okay. So I'm going to remove the elif and else portion. Okay. So now the score is over 91, now 90. Now if I run this, it is going to print A. Okay, it has printed A. Now if I have anything over 90, it's going to print A. What is going to happen if it is less than 90? Nothing is going to run because you are not told an elif or an else, right? Okay, so how many of you understood this particular part, right? Type U in the chat box. Yes, thanks, Rajendran. Thanks, Pallavi. Thanks, Shubham. Thanks, Akilam. Oh, a lot of people have understood. Okay, little plus. That's nice. Okay, so now you understood. We have given a score variable and we have given the first condition. Now what we are going to do, we are going to do the elif portion. Okay, if it is 65 and between 89, 65 to 89, including 89. Okay, so what is going to be elif, right? So what I would do for a while is I would like somebody to answer. Somebody can unmute and speak. What would be the condition here? You can type in the chat box also. Score. Yes. Okay, some people are getting it right. Okay. Score is greater than or equal to 65, sorry. Okay, elif score is less than 90. Okay, if it is less than 90, what will happen? But we have the condition given here is if it is between 65 and 89, we should give a B. Rajesh, you say that score is less than or equal to 90. But if it was only A or F, and if it is less than or equal to less than 90, then your statement would have been correct, right? So now what we are doing is the score is greater than or equal to 65, and we are going to write and, okay? And score is less than or equal to 89. If it is greater than or equal to, and we are going to use the and operator. We are going to write A and B, okay? Now what is going to print? It's going to print B. Okay. So how many of you understood till here? Type U in the chat box. Yeah, Rahul, you the first, Rajendran. Thank you so much. Thank you, Shashidhar. Thank you, Sneha. Okay, so I'm going to run this. Now the score is 70, which is between 65 and 89. So it has to print B. So it is printing B. Okay. Thank you, Rajiv. Okay, so now if it is neither, then it is going to print an F. Okay, right? So now we will run it. Now, okay, first let us get a number which is less than 65. I'm going to run it, keeping an F, right? So you've given the program a little thinking ability and let it know that let it grade based upon the score, right? So how's everyone feeling? Type, give me one word in the chat box. How many of you, yes, some people say they're not from non-coding background. Yes, Shivanshu or Rahul, Rajesh, would you unmute and speak like what, how much you understood? Python is really, really easy. Wow. Thanks, Rajesh. Do you want to unmute and say the same thing? Let us know, right? Let our audience, people who are streaming also know. Can you unmute Rajendra? Yes, Rajesh, go ahead. You can also say. How are you feeling? Yeah, we have a very small group of people. Okay, so you want to speak towards the end. That's still okay. So we would want to understand your results. Like how was it before coming onto the Zoom and how was it after, right? So how many of you are here can share your result? And how was your experience? You can even talk about the whole open up no technique we have done. Neha, can you share your experience? Can you share your results? Great. Okay, let me double check here. I mean, okay, so we will call it a day. We have learned about conditionals here, and we are going to conclude with our exercise. Okay, so we're going to conclude with that the ho open up no technique. Okay, so now this is a variation called the carrier ho open up. Okay, right. Swastik, welcome. I think you just joined. Great. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, somebody wants to say something. Anybody unmuted? Yes, Swastik, you want to say something? Okay, let me share. Okay, so we are going to do the carrier ho problem. Okay, yeah, so put your hand on your heart. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyes. Relax your cheeks. Relax your shoulders. Relax your back. Relax your feet. Okay. So you'll be repeating after me, and do not repeat in mind itself. Say it out loud, right? So that will help. Okay. I am responsible for myself and my career. I am responsible for myself and my career. I'm really sorry, my dear career, for not taking care of you. I'm really sorry, my dear career, for not taking care of you. Please forgive me, my dear career, for putting so much stress on you. Please forgive me, my dear career, for not giving you enough time and practice. Thank you, dear career, in spite of all situations, for fulfilling all my needs. Thank you, dear career, for fulfilling all your duties. Thank you so much. I know that I have not told you many times. I love you, my dear career, even in your current situation and in any situation. Right? So put your arms across your shoulders, give yourself a warm hug, not a casual hug, give yourself a warm one. Slowly open your eyes, rub your hands, and put that energy to your face. Take a deep breath. Right? Great. So now give me one word in the chat box. How did you feel? Thank you, sir. You made us very easy to learn conditional statements. Thank you so much, Neha. So do you want to share the result? You want to unmute and say the same thing? Would that be possible? We're going to see all of us, the small tiny group for some time. Thank you, Rajiv. Says relaxing, right? Great. I would really appreciate you guys unmuting and coming on cameras, because that is how we make it interactive, right? Okay. Yeah, next time, I guess. Thank you so much. Okay. So just give me one more word. Like, how did you feel? How did this technique, the whole open technique, made you feel? Peaceful, calm, like a baby. Okay. That's really nice. Okay, so that's really nice. Peaceful, focused, how relaxed, light. Wow, that's nice. Okay, so I'm really glad that this is helpful. Okay, so now people who joined just today, now today's session and whole of the 7-day session, the 7-day challenge, learning Python for AI, is part of a bigger program which is AI Bronze, and we are going to talk about it on the graduation day. So day 7 will be our graduation day, where we will be, giving out certificates to the people who have been throughout the 7 days, and also, recognizing efforts of people who have helped each other, right, and put up the assignments and everything, right. We'll also take that as an opportunity to let you know a little more about the AI prospects, the data science prospects. How is the career for you? How do you go? What would be your next steps, right? What do you do after learning Python? How do you learn more of Python, right? So now this particular 7 days is for you to, become confident, for you to take a step forward, right? So how many of you are already feeling a little confident as directly on the day 2 itself, right? Type C in the chat box. Thank you, Shashidhar. Thanks, Pushparaj. Thanks, Sachin. Thanks, Neha. Thanks, Rahul. Thanks, Siraj. Thanks, Raja. Thanks, Roshni. That's really nice. That's a lot of people. Yes, so the goal of this is to build more confidence in people and let them take a step forward, right? So we'll see each other on the graduation day. So keep coming with the same sincerity that you have come for the day 1 or even just today, right? Just keep the same sincerity, come back again, do your assignments, and you will get there. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good time. We're going to call it today. Do put your assignments on the game. Thank you so much.